What you got there? Can't talk with that in your mouth? Give me that. This is precious.
Hello.
Hello.
That's awesome.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Look at it. Thank you for making it for me.
It's not for you to chew on.
Oh.
It's for us to felt with.
Oh.
It makes felting even more fun, if that's possible.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You could figure out how to make it better.
I'm laughing because you need a little bit of surgery.
Whose fault is that?
I don't know. We'll take care of you, Milo. You know I always do. Okay, we are so excited about our new tool, which, by the way, does not have a name yet, so we need a little bit of help. But if you are having a chair to needle interface problem, this is going to help you.
A what?
Chair to needle interface problem.
Okay. I think it should be called Milo's tool.
Milo's tool. You are a tool. All right, so to show you all the ways that this tool is helpful and wonderful, we're going to make some shapes so you can see how it's used and why we like it so much, and we're so excited about it. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Over the shoulder.
Let's go.
So, this is our tool, yet to be named. We have thought of many names, but none are sticking. Stick was one of them, because it's a stick that makes shapes. Dave votes for stick, by the way, Milo. So it's 12 inches long, and this wide area is 1 inch wide with 6-inch ruler marked out. And then this end is round, a little bit thicker than a pencil maybe. And it's designed to help create shapes quickly, consistently. It saves your felting surface because you're making your shapes around the tool rather than stabbing into your surface. And when your husband complains that you have too much fiber, you can hit him with it.
That's a little violent.
I don't know. Just endless uses. You're going to think of more. You're in a jam. You're trying to make a peanut butter sandwich.
Peanut butter.
So I'm going to get started. I'm going to show you shapes on this end and shapes on this end. And I'm going to use all off-white core wool just so that you can, see what they look like without a lot of color. So starting at the tip, using the tip, you can create a very nice set of ears on this end. This is to scale with, it just worked out this way, with most of the animals that I make. So this works really well for the fox ear, for, the foxes that we do in our tutorial. This works really well for sheep and everything in between, and bunnies. So I'll show you how to do these. And this one, you're still stabbing into your felting surface, but you're getting the consistency from having this template. So I take the proper amount of wool, and you would lay your colors on it if you were sculpting something. And then I like to just roll the edge back just to give it some thickness there. And then you put the tool down. So if I were doing the triangle to make the fox ear, then I would fold the wool over the tool and slide it out. And before it goes anywhere, just needle felt it. So I know in my classes, a lot of times people have a hard time making the same shape twice, the same size. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one. I just want to show how it's used. So for a bunny ear, I would take the proper amount of wool that I needed for a bunny, fold that top edge back, and this time I'm going to follow the form farther down the tool, and then slide this out and create the bunny ear. Probably use my punch tool on this. I usually do on all of my ears. And then I like to pinch the bottom closed. That's just a little bit more felting. I rushed through that a little. This one came out better. And then for a small, sheep or lamb or camel or reindeer, that kind of type of ear, I just stay up on the end like the fox, but I just round out the bottom of the triangle. Can you see this okay, Milo?
Yes.
Okay, so I just take the triangle and roll the bottom edges in. And get that almond shape. And then you can pinch the end closed if you'd like. So that's the end of the tool. The wide part of the tool is probably, well, not necessarily the most useful, but super useful. To make a rectangle, I used to ask people to put wool down on their felting surface, say how to orient it, how wide it should be, how wide to draw their rectangle, how to fold the wool into the center, and everyone ended up with something different. So with the tool, I can say, take a 6-inch piece of roving, and we're going to make a 3-inch rectangle by staying between those marks that indicate the inches, and you just wrap it around and slide it off, and then you have your 1-inch by 3-inch rectangle. And then you can take the rectangle and further shape it into, like a cheek, like we would use for a pony butt, or if you're making something large and you needed this shape. I use this shape a lot on the Fiber Fairy. She had a lot of round folds, and so each shape that you can make on this has a bunch more, just depending on how you fold it. So to make a square, I would just take the rectangle and fold the ends in, and you get this. Okay, what else can we do? We can make a nice big pod. That might be a pony's belly or a donkey belly. And so to do that, I take a good amount of fiber and I use the wide end. I want it to be not super hard. So that's why this is different than a skewer, because anytime you wrap around a skewer, it's going to be very dense, and this gives you a little bit more flexibility. I still use skewers for when I want that, but so I'm just going to, by crisscrossing, whoops, I should have gotten a longer piece. Let me pull some more. So by crisscrossing, you build up the center more than the edges. So that makes it different than a rectangle. And you get this kind of pod shape. And that gives you great shape for Milo. You taking a nap up there?
I tried to lay down. I really just bumped the camera.
You good?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, that's that. I'm going to try and keep going. Simple taco just gives you a nice edge. Even if you want to put a cross piece in it, like for gnome hats, there's a lot of times we use this shape. You put your cross piece in, you set your tool down, and you can fold it over and get a nice sharp edge, and then felt that edge. So that's the taco. I think these are more rectangles and variations on rectangles. Oh, this was interesting. This isn't necessarily an animal shape, but I made it. I made it on the skewer. Just by wrapping this whole length evenly, sliding this off, and then it just naturally wanted to twist. So I don't know if you were doing something with a pumpkin or a flower. That's kind of a neat shape. You're going to keep, and I'm going to too, as we use it, finding more ways to use it. The center of the tool can be used to make a shoulder. I'd like to make a tapered rectangle for like dog shoulders, pony shoulders. So if you crisscross around the center, it'll be wider at the top and narrower at the more narrow at the bottom. And so it's hard for you guys to see, but in terms of density, you can feel it getting thinner here, and it's thicker here. So then all of these shapes can be formed more with your needles, either before you put it on or as you put it on. Another good trick, if you want fringe to blend, is to, when you wrap a piece, just leave a fringy side. So don't keep wrapping. So now if this were, you needed this definition here, but you want the whole piece to blend into your sculpture, you just leave the fringe. Okay, how we doing on time, Milo?
We are, 10 minutes in maybe?
Oh, good, okay. So the short side, the round side is fun. I really like the round side. Well, I like them both, but ears. Okay. So when, like I said, when you wrap a skewer, it's going to be dense. You're not going to have a lot of give to it. But when you wrap this is so useful at other times. Even if you pull your wool relatively tightly, when you slide this off, it has air in the center. So it has a lot of give. And so you can make a rectangle this way. You can make, like if I were making a cheek on Santa Claus, I could take this and kind of let this part blend to the nose and this part come down the side of the face, and really with my needles define it more. If I wanted to make an ear, I can take it and actually create the circle with it. Actually, what I would probably do, let me do it again since I just manhandled that piece. So you can make a mouse ear or a person ear. I'm going to keep it on the thin side, wrap it lightly. And then when I slide it off, just give it a couple of stabs flat. And then shape it into, let's do a little rat or mouse here.
Fancy.
Yeah. And then of course you can, have your colors, different colors and everything. Like that. This one ended up looking kind of more like a person ear. Like I just took it a little tighter here, and then you can make an earlobe down here, and it even kind of gets that puckered, puckered ear look. You can make a log by just wrapping, the whole length. Make sure you go up and back so that your piece doesn't just come apart, unspiral when you pull it off. Oh, this is fun. You can start any large egg or ball or pumpkin. This is a really easy way to start. Same thing as crisscrossing on the wide end. We're going to crisscross over here, but since it's not so wide, sorry, I was jumping all over.
No, that was not you. I have an itch. So the whole world is shaking for everyone.
If you crisscross on this side, it gives you a little bit more of a ball. And you can encourage this ball round or egg-shaped or oval or pod. But it's just a really nice consistency. Happens really quickly, no stabbing. Are you impressed yet, Milo?
I am.
What else do we have here?
Can't believe you don't have a name for this thing yet.
That was my abandoned. Oh, I like this one. So I used to make like biscuits. I would call them biscuits. And I'd say put your fiber in a X and then stab the center and then bring everything into the center. And it's hard to control, and your thing ends up stuck to your stab it after all this poking in one spot. But hey, we need this biscuit because we're going to make a cheek or whatever we're making. Okay, a lot of effort. But on the fiddlestick, I can't say fiddlestick over and over again. Just don't think. On the wool what's it, on the humadiggy, you wrap your little round end, slide it off, roll your sides in, and you have the same shape. But better. More uniform. Woo! Okay. This is a, I don't know what that is.
That thing is a real poke yoke.
I think
Poke yoke.
yoke. Yes.
Well, you
Google
know,
that. People.
Google poke yoke.
Poke yoke. It's spelled polka. Poka yoke. Poke yoke. It looks like poke yoke.
It looks like poke yoke.
Poke yoke. A nice little pod you can make by doing a smaller version of the crisscross. And then when you slide that off, it'll be thicker in the center and tapering towards the ends. That's actually how we make the sock monkey faces.
Ooh.
Yes. And you can use this end as a little, if you can wrap around it like so, staying on the tip. You can use it to make also, kind of just mimics the shape of the end. It's a little pointy at the end. When you're making the pumpkin faces or people faces or any faces, I mean, that could be the brow on a camel. It's just, the possibilities are endless. Here it is. Here it is again. A little different. So that's it in a nutshell. We are, they are in production, and if you're watching this video and you see at the beginning, it says, we named this tool, that means we named the tool, and that we're selling it, and that you can find it on Sarafina Fiber Art. Milo, look at all this fluff, all this efficiently shaped fluff.
That was a lot.
It was a lot, and I think I missed a few.
You might have.
Yeah.
I would have helped you, but I was busy laying in between the tripod legs and scratching.
Keeps it interesting.
Sorry for the bumpy
Who
camera.
wants a smooth, even filming?
I don't know.
So I'm a little I don't even know what the word is, perplexed about how to close, because we're sort of in between goals here. But the main goal is to show how to use the tool and why it's a great thing to have for such a small investment.
It's magical.
It is magical.
It's revolutionary.
I think so.
It's It's foolproofing.
It is.
It's a lot of things.
So thanks. We'll see you soon.
Bye.